Hey everybody, James here with Modal Electronics. Welcome to Quick Dive. In this episode, I'm talking about Aftertouch and the mod wheel and how to use those two to your advantage to improve your bass sounds and your leads. Ready? Let's dive in. That one I was using a patch called Arnold. That was originally created by Sound Salsa, and there's a Sound Salsa preset pack actually available for download for free over at modalelectronics.com as well as soundsalsa.com. So be sure to check that out if you own a Cobalt. I'm going to be using the app to demonstrate most of what I'm showing you here today. It's just easiest to understand that way. Let's go ahead and find an empty patch. So there's only 2 mod slots required to get where we're trying to get, where we press Aftertouch and we hear vibrato. We have to route Aftertouch to LFO2 depth, and we have to route LFO2 to the global pitch. The global pitch getting modulated by LFO2. We're going to have to figure out what the rate and the depth is. That sounds exactly like the nuclear power plant in The Simpsons. Let's create a saw wave here. Sawtooth 64 ought to do it. And a little bit of spread. That's a bit overkill, but we can reduce that a little bit and we'll have what we need. Okay. Now we don't want that to be the sound all the time. We actually want to have a smooth, we want to have non-vibrato when we're just pressing the keys in a normal manner. So let's turn the depth down to 1 or 0. And that's where Aftertouch to LFO2 depth will come in handy. We're going to figure out how much vibrato we want maximum when we're pressing it all the way down. Feels pretty good. Sometimes more or less, it'll depend on preference. I like to have it just a little bit overboard when I'm pressing really hard. If you'd like to make it as funky as possible, and you're going to be using it for those kind of stabs that I showed you in the beginning, pull the release down to like almost 0. There you go. And that's how you get Aftertouch vibrato. It's very simple. You can apply it to pretty much any patch. Just make sure that if you see other routings, where LFO2 is routed somewhere, you might want to disable those or put it to 0 because it could end up affecting other things and kind of messing up the sound overall. And that's why we started real simple. But from here, you could make this a lead, or you could make this a bass. If we were making it a bass, then the little pluck theory that I talked about in my last live stream comes in play here. So we basically pull down cutoff, boost up the depth, the envelope for the filter, pull down sustain, and then adjust decay. We can turn down depth a little bit more for a bass because it doesn't need to reach the top of the filter, because this is deciding how much the filter is going to open, and then decay is closing it, of course. Now, when I press Aftertouch, I don't hear any vibrato because the sustain is too low. So that's important to note. If you're creating a bass, always adjust your sustain so there's still an audible note if you're holding them down. If you'd like to have enhanced harmonics, try adjusting the mix to halfway and then boosting this up by a 1/5. Oops, wrong one. Just a subtle amount. So it still sounds like the bass note. It doesn't sound like it's playing, a 1/5. It just sounds like there's an added low-end harmonics. That's one way. Now, let's say we want to spice it up even more. Instead of using just another VA sweep and basic shape here, why don't we switch over to have our mix completely on oscillator 2, and let's find something with like sync. boost up that cutoff again while we're working with this. Perfect. Now for a bass, what I typically do is I actually use the mod envelope, and then I add a little bit of modulation to A2 sync. You can have the sub is up to you. That's just how much of an octave you want, like, you know, in the low end. For this case, I'll probably just keep it off, but, you know, it's up to you. So let's have MEG, or mod envelope generator, modulate oscillator 2A, which is right there. Oh, remember, that's a fifth up from the bass. Another thing we could do is mod envelope generator to the mix. There, perfect. Now, let's have the mod wheel come into play here. We're going to have the mod wheel both open up the filter, and we're going to have the mod wheel increase the amount of sync on oscillator 2. And for this, I'm actually not going to be using harmonics. I'm going to be using the same note. I'm just going to slightly detune it. What I like to do is I like to push the mod wheel all the way forward, or in this case, the joystick, and figure out what it's going to sound like, and then adjust the modulation amount. That sounds like a fifth to me. Here's something to keep in mind. If you're working with a bass, chances are you're not going to be in poly mode. You're going to be in mono, or you're going to be in unison. If you're in unison, you want more width. Spread the width out, and then increase some drift, so there's a variation between the two voices. Okay, another thing to consider if you're working in monophonic, if you add glide, it will automatically turn everything into legato. So that means we don't get the punchy snap or restart of the envelopes each time. Doesn't matter. And that's because most times when you're doing glide, that's going to be how it kind of works out. Those are your options for bass. Now, from here, we could actually turn this right into a lead. We just increase the cutoff or open up the filter. Let's get that width back down. Just center it. But we need something to kind of make a statement as a lead. Definitely don't want that. I don't want any glide on this one, or at least not that much. And I'm definitely going to go with monophonic. Instead of the mod envelope messing with the mix, let's have the mod envelope mess with oscillator 2A. Oopsies. Like we already got that routed. Let's just increase it then, and let's slow down the envelope. So what I was thinking is that we have a long evolving sound, and we can sort of make it even more intense with the mod wheel. I like to use linear envelopes if I need it to be a long evolving sound, especially if I'm going to be doing like long bends or long note holds. So remember, since we're in mono and there's glide applied, this is a legato envelope now, no matter what. So anytime, as long as I'm connecting notes together like this, oop, there you heard it retrig, but yeah, what you were hearing just now is this long, attack for the envelope and then the drop. So why don't we use this Y plus to LFO1 depth? Why don't we use that? Because it's a mod slot, it's fixed. Might as well use it, right? And you could have something rhythmic going on with LFO1. So why don't we time that maybe to like eighth dotted eighth note. And then we'll have LFO1 messing with oscillator 2A. There we go. Okay, so depth at 0 normally. Yeah, there we go. Very cool. So, yeah, that's how effective mod wheel can be, and just adding a couple of mod wheel assignments and then using this fixed one to our advantage can really do a lot of cool things. We haven't even touched over here yet. There's all sorts of neat, crazy algorithms in here, and if we're already achieving what we were going after for the right side, we could definitely go do something a little bit more interesting than just VA sweep with a little bit of spread on the left side. One thing I really like to do is this try pinch. There, we found a nice medium between the two. So we got the straight one right here, it was just singular, and then just kind of a bunch of them, a big bunch of fatness. So I guess some additional takeaways for this is that a lead can be as complicated or as simple as you want it to be, and it can be just as effective. Well, that about covers this quick dive. Hope you had some fun, and I hope you can use those to your advantage and make some really neat leads and basses. If you'd like to see a lead that we just created, a similar one, the simple one, there's going to be a live jam. It'll either already be posted or it's coming out in the next couple of days. And it's a cover of Eric Prid's, or his alias Prida. It's a cover of Milo. It's a track from like 2009, but it's got a really nice lead to it, and I thought it would be a fun thing to cover to begin with. And then it has that lead in there, so that's what gave me the whole idea to just show a couple of simple tricks to get you guys some very quick and easy routing tricks up your sleeve, so you can add those to existing presets. I mean, it only takes 2 mod slots in most cases, or a couple more if you want to add mod wheel routings and stuff. But all right, if you haven't already, be sure to like and subscribe, and check out modalelectronics.com. We have a monthly newsletter. You can stay up to date on all of our upcoming events and whatnot. And yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next quick dive. Bye bye, guys.